All right, we're live. And
Liverpool 3, Cardiff 1. First half was pretty dire, pretty boring, but four goals in the second half, and thank God we needed that. Nidhi, what are your thoughts about the result, about the win?
yeah, it was absolutely brilliant.
I can hear
It was
you,
a,
I can hear myself.
no, it was a mismatch. Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I mean, it was the first half, like you said, it was weird. Things were jagged, rusty, but second half we were absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. What a performance! Harvey Elliott scores a goal. I mean,
Brilliant.
what
It's so good to see him back, and what a goal, Nidhi. Like it's like it was a really nice take, really nice swivels, really nice finish. He's just 18, bro.
Yeah. He was, I think, and the whole reaction after that, like he was, so hungry to make his comeback and play well, and he did. Absolutely brilliant. Um, the first comment is here. Uh, Henderson was abysmal. Um, yeah, he did not have a very good game. But yeah, we just won a game like 3-1. Our latest signing gave us an assist. An 18-year-old boy who feared his season might be over. Maybe his career will have issues. He came back and just scored a brilliant goal. Or your first thought is Henderson was abysmal. Look, I'm not taking a pop at you. I'm just saying ki, yeah, there are a lot of things to be positive about.
Henderson was not abysmal. As simple as
मतलब
that.
मैं वही
In
बोल
the
रहा हूँ कि he did
but in
not
the
have a
first
very
half,
good game.
the entire team looked
Off.
tired, jaded, and Henderson just the sheer amount of times he's the scapegoat. I really don't understand why. I mean, we all know he's not the most uh,
Technically
technically
gifted.
gifted, quick, good on the eye player, but he's the heartbeat of the team, man. Like I don't understand when we win 3-1. The first thing that someone has to say is that Henderson was abysmal. I'm sorry, I'm being very honest. I can't deal with this negativity. I'm going to be very honest. I think it's rather shameful that someone has to say this as we win 3-1. I just don't understand the negativity. I think as supporters, we should be a lot better than talking about a captain who has done so much. Sure, he didn't have a great game, but if that is the first thing you want to say after we win and qualify for the fifth round, we are in four competitions. Then, as supporters, we have to look ourselves in the mirror. This is what I feel.
All right, moving on. Harvey back with the ferocity. Yeah, we were talking about exactly that. His goal was absolutely brilliant, but even better was his reaction just after the goal. You just knew that, he wanted this, he wanted this comeback. It was so good to see him score, man. I mean, Harvey Elliott, I mean, it's more than clear now that uh, he's going to be a mainstay in this team, and it is so good to see. Subs did their job. Yeah, they did their job and a lot more. Yeah. No doubt.
And Nidhi,
Subs.
when Harvey scored that goal, we saw Jurgen Klopp's reaction as well. Like he
Yeah.
was, I mean, this sheer delight as as the manager, as a father figure as well, to see like an 18-year-old do what he did after what has happened. And I think Nidhi, one thing is for sure that we're going to see Harvey in the midfield. Like today as well, he
Yeah.
came on
Yeah.
deeper.
Yeah. 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 100%. 100%. I think at least for the foreseeable future, Harvey
Yeah.
Elliott's future is going to be in midfield. And that goal, man. I mean, the way he receives the ball, turns, and the finish was just मतलब chef's kiss. It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Imagine Carvalho in this team. Yeah, man. I mean, if you add a player like Carvalho in this team, we look really strong. I think, yeah, we were talking about it. In fact, just before we started this live, that there is a chance that we may appear a little bit jagged, a little bit jarry because it is just after an international break. and that showed in the first half. But
Yeah.
having said so, yeah, we were we were dominant even in the first half. Yes, we were not at our flowing best, but we were dominant in the first half. We did very well. Yeah, adding Carvalho to this team will be absolutely brilliant. And Manas, before you speak, just one thing, guys.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you like the stream. That really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. If you're new here, please invite your friends, and if you've not subscribed yet to Menace and the Monk, that would be fantastic. But we are just discussing the game. It's a quick live. Yes, Manas, bolo
हाँ,
Carvalho.
Carvalho का देख मैंने honestly I've seen Harvey Elliott more than Carvalho,
Yeah,
and and to be honest, Harvey, I get the feeling they might be playing for the same spot
possibly.
because
Yeah.
I think Fabinho is a sure shot starter. And
Hmm.
apart from Fabinho, it's going to be either Henderson or Navigator or whoever is playing in that role. So, I mean, it'll be great to add more depth. I am all for uh, Harvey Elliott, beg your pardon, this guy Carvalho signing, but I'm just going to focus on what's happening in our team. And our team, I am over the moon that uh, Harvey Elliott is back. I'm so happy Navigator is fit. I'm so happy with the impact Luis Diaz has made. Like he was running around exactly very like.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, he was running around. He was working hard. It was very obvious that he was eager to impress. And Nidhi, I remember WhatsApping you this moment. जब विनीत ने जो लिखा, I was like, bye.
it just it just it just felt very very weird, right? I mean he was holding his knee, and the Cardiff defender, of course, he didn't mean it, but he landed on Diaz's knee. It was very scary, but he's back, and that's great because, and his assist, man, like that run to
Yeah.
keep the ball, and you know almost पता है मेरे को again, almost मतलब now people
Suarez.
will laugh. Exactly.
थोड़ा.
Now people will laugh, but exactly Suarez wala feel आया, the way he
Yeah.
kept the ball, and he turned the defender and
Yeah.
just gives it to Jota.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're not the only one. Even I felt thoda Suarez vibe-ish.
Ha.
But I think thoda little more raw than Suarez when he came at Liverpool. Like,
Correct, obviously.
yeah.
भाई Suarez did that after some time, no, वो मतलब Suarez भी जब आया था तो थोड़ा तो रॉ था ही वो भी.
हाँ. Suarez तो बहुत ही raw था.
While everyone, this is an interesting point. While everyone is writing off Minamino, saying he'll be probably offloaded in the summer, he's coming up with goals here and there. Um, Panas, you want to talk about it?
Minamino's goal ratio is phenomenal. I think he scored more than Shaqiri already in his Liverpool
Yeah.
career. I was kind of reading something like that. Uh, he's had an impact this season in the League Cup for sure. Now in the FA Cup, but मेरा राउंड यही पॉइंट है कि जब साला माने आएंगे वापस तो ऑफ द बेंच maybe Jota, Firmino, Luis Diaz होगा, and I think Minamino will be third choice off the bench. So इसलिए the probability of Minamino leaving is high. We don't want Minamino out of the club. I personally feel Minamino is a very uh, good player to have in the squad. He has an eye for goal. He's got a knack for goal. Even for Japan in the international break, he scored a goal. I think it was against Saudi. So I am very happy having Minamino around. Like today, he played on the right, kabhi beach mein, and he scored the goal that Diaz assisted. And even when he was substituted, it was just so nice to see a huge smile on his face. So I really want him to succeed at the club here. But see, as long as he's happy playing second fiddle, if he's happy, then we are happy.
See, that's the point, yeah, Rahul. I mean, he is really good for the kind of money we paid and the kind of role he gets into the team. But that is the problem, right? He will want to play regularly. He is a Japan international. He used to play almost very regularly for Salzburg. He's 25 or 26, if I'm not wrong. So वो बोलेगा ना कि I want to play more regularly. I think the move might come from his side. rather
Yeah,
than our side.
yeah, yeah.
He will want to move on because obviously he's not going to get a playing time ahead of Salah, Mane, Firmino, Diaz. He's not going to
Jota,
get that.
Jota.
Jota,
Yeah.
right? So he will want to move on. Somebody saying hello to you, Manas.
Hi, Sahil. How are you doing, brother?
Minamino maybe doesn't provide that creativity that others on the bench do. Maybe,
He's a finisher, man.
maybe,
He scores
maybe.
goals.
Yeah, but Minamino's job is not to provide creativity. He was playing on the wing today also. So the creative, at least in the front, that role was given to Bobby, and in the midfield, I think that role was given to Curtis.
Yeah, I mean, he has to create a bit, but I
No,
get
no, of
what
course.
Change Studios is saying, but I still really I would love to have Minamino in the squad always.
100%, 100%. I just think that he will try to, get regular playing time, and that is where I think he will
Yeah,
want to move on.
yeah.
Great comeback by Harvey and a good debut by Lewis. With Salah and Mane coming back, we should be going deep in all competition and hope for more than one silverware. Yeah, that's
Mm.
that's the
Sounds
target.
tasty. Sounds delicious. And you should be fancying. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good question. See, Salah Mane will be back, maybe.
I think Salah will get in straight away. Um, at this point, how can you drop Mane? He is whether Senegal wins the AFCON or not, he's the player of the tournament.
Hmm.
How can you even think about dropping Mane?
And you
Jota
can't
has
drop Jota. And you can't
Jota
drop
has
Jota.
been, Jota has been scoring for fun. Um, but I
Salah
think
Mane Jota.
because but I think because of the travel, I think that uh, one of them will be on the bench.
I think both of them will be on the bench.
Perhaps possible,
Yeah,
possible.
yeah. I think Firmino, Jota, and Luis Diaz will start against Leicester.
Hmm. Did we have the chance to sign someone between Haaland and Minamino, and we went for Minamino? यार पता नहीं मतलब I don't know. Just one thing, Erling Haaland is never signing for Liverpool. He was not signing for Liverpool in 2018. He will not sign for in 2019. I mean, he is not signing for Liverpool in the future. This we don't sign players like that. On top of that, his agent is a bit of a dick. Not happening. We are never signing Haaland. We were never going to. So we did not have the chance to sign Haaland. नहीं होने वाला था वो कभी.
सही बोला तू. Yeah, expect Thiago. This is going to be interesting now, Nidhi,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Elliott made an impact. Okay, Fabinho is going to come straight in. Fabinho is going to come straight in the midfield. Uh,
exactly.
Naby Keita had an okay game. Curtis had an okay game. Henderson is going to play loads of games for us. We know that. So this midfield, I'm happy. I'm very happy that Thiago is has to prove himself to come into this team. I think he will start against Leicester.
Hmm.
I get the feeling it's going to be Thiago, Fabinho, and Henderson for Leicester City.
Hmm.
But I don't think Thiago is going to start every game for Liverpool, even if he's fit from here till the end of the season. It could be because of injuries, workload, जो भी बोलना है बोल दो. But I think अभी competition काफी है. Chamberlain भी खेलता है midfield में और अच्छा खेलता है.
Chamberlain. I think Chamberlain would have definitely started this game had he not gotten COVID. But क्या कर सकते हैं?
गोमेज भी आज पक्का खेलता था मेरे हिसाब से, बट उसका बैड लक ही खराब है यार.
Hmm, hmm. D is here. D is saying congrats guys, win easier win than expected. नहीं यार, no. I think we were not very good in the first half.
मेरे को
Uh,
एक
you
बात
know,
पता है, ये धेनुका का ये डिस्प्ले पिक्चर क्या है, मतलब मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा. लाइक
it's
एक
like
गाजर
a
और धनिया है या मतलब क्या है ये?
I think it's a or. Uh, I think it's an or. I don't know. धेनुका से पूछेंगे. Yeah, so no, yeah, it was not easier than expected. I think we did not have a particularly good first half. Not to say that we were outplayed or anything, but
Yeah.
we were not at our best. Um, but we were, I mean, not to sound cocky, but we were sort of expected to win this game. We were challenging for the title, and Cardiff are sort of struggling in the
Yeah.
championship. So yeah.
I don't think Dhenuka knew this was an FA Cup game. I thought she's Dhenuka is a Real Madrid supporter. Maybe Dhenuka is thinking कि हम लोग लीग गेम कर रहे थे. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty routine win. Even when Cardiff scored that first goal, everyone was like, हाँ ठीक है मार दिया कुछ नहीं होगा. हाँ निधि ये क्वेश्चन तो हमने बहुत बार बात की है. What's about गोमेज का फ्यूचर? मैं थोड़ा scared हूँ.
I think I think that Klopp and everybody at the club definitely would want Gomez to stay and be here because he's sort of the alongside Konate. I think he's the long term player. Gomez is Gomez is obviously back after a very bad injury, and now he has COVID. So it was sort of expected. Not every player turns out to be like Van Dijk. So that little layoff between his games was expected. I think that I think that Gomez might get a little bit of an itchy feet, and he might think about, oh, what's happening if he doesn't, start games even next season. He might think about it. But I think from the club's point of view, we will definitely want to keep Gomez because he is clearly someone that who the club really Klopp really likes him. The club really is invested in him. I think he's the future from an age point of view. But if he doesn't start a lot of games, this season was sort of expected with the kind of injury he had. ACL is still. I know Virgil has had an injury as well, uh, but I think that Gomez had to bide his time anyway. But he might, if let's say next season start also he doesn't start games or he doesn't get game time, then he might be thinking, okay, what's going on. And bear in mind, next season is also the World Cup, so he might be thinking about that.
I,
But
I,
again,
de- I
but
definitely think Nidhi he will be thinking about it. I agree with
but
you because of the
yeah,
World Cup, and it's
yeah,
because Nidhi like last season started. So like he was our main centre back when we won the Premier League. Like with Virgil van Dijk. Then sure him and Matip were being rotated, but he played many games. And last season he was supposed to be Van Dijk and Joe Gomez before it all started.
yeah.
And last season bloody we played Fabinho Henderson as centre backs. Now he's become a fourth choice centre back and he can't get a game. So things have fallen apart for him in the last year and a half. So I I don't even see him starting games next season for us because it's
He,
going to be
yeah,
Van Dijk and
yeah,
Konate. Let's be honest. If
yeah,
Matip is the one rotated,
yeah,
so
yeah. Look, I think the club will want to keep him,
yeah,
surely, but he might be wondering, oh, what's happening? And you never know, yeah. Maybe someone like a Arsenal makes a bid, someone like a Spurs makes a bid, then he might be thinking, okay, why not?
yeah. Please talk about the defense so far this season. Okay, sorry.
So,
Why we starting to clean. I think commentator Clive Allen भी बोल रहा था थोड़ा अपना focus का लोचा है बीच बीच में. Like
हाँ,
even against Everton, if you remember, we were like so comfortable, and then we conceded from a very lousy throw in, and we were just opened up, and Damari Gray scored that goal. Even against Chelsea, if you remember, like we were 2-0 up, and very stupid free kick given away from James Miller, which led to Kovacic scoring that goal, and
Yeah.
uh, it's just sloppy mistakes that are happening. I don't think there's a grave cause for concern. I'm sure it has been addressed. Even against Palace, I think we should have like wrapped up the game in the first half, but then so many chances we were. I don't know क्या हो रहा है, but it's nothing too grave in my opinion. Sorry, I just wanted to add that.
No, no, definitely. I think that, it's more of individual mistakes than a systemic issue. But then I agree, Vineet here. It's becoming a bit of a pattern.
Yeah.
But I guess, अपना थोड़ा stop start भी रहा है
Uh,
because, people had COVID and then, people got injured also and things happened. So
yeah.
hopefully it will be sorted out.
Yeah, guys, if you have just tuned in, please do like the video. It'll help us reach more people. And if you are new here, please do subscribe to Menace and the Monk. That one subscribe will help us reach our ultimate goal of 5 million people. But please just subscribe. It would mean a lot to us. We'll keep on churning out content. We're talking about the game that took place today against Cardiff and a lot more. Check out the AFCON third place game match challenge miracle in Istanbul recreated. I don't know what happened, Nidhi.
Uh, yeah. By the way, before so Neil Jones just tweeted about the Luis Diaz injury.
Huh.
So he's had a bruise and a little cut, and Klopp just said, "Welcome to England." So Klopp was not serious. So I'm guessing the injury is also not serious. So that's
Yeah,
good
but
to know.
Nidhi, okay, Akshay, we will see that. We will
Yeah. Yeah.
see the highlights we'll talk about. But Nidhi, what did you make of Luis Diaz calf 40, 35 odd minutes that we saw?
He looked really up for it. I think that, we obviously knew that this is a guy with a lot of pace. But like I said, that run he did for I mean, the assist aside,
Yeah.
he he look. We have to also understand that, we have to look at Luis Diaz against Premier League opposition also, right? Let's not get carried away here. He's a brilliant player and he'll do well. I'm pretty sure of that. But I think that he looks like a guy who will play with a lot of energy. He has pace already, and when players have that, defenders will struggle against that,
Hmm.
no matter who the defender is, who will play. But with that kind of an energy, that kind of a drive, he's going to be a difficult player to defend against. I'm just happy we got him. I'm just happy he has not gone to Spurs, because look, he's a great player. I'll tell you that.
मेरे को एक और प्रिडिक्शन मानना है लुइस डियाज के बारे में. आई थिंक इज गोइंग टू बी वेयरिंग ग्लव्स फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द सीजन. लाइक मेरे को लगता है उसको देख के मेरे को ठंड लग रही थी. तेरे को पता है वो जैसे ऐसे कर हाँ, उसको देख के लगा मेरे को उसको ठंड लग रही है भाई.
भाई वो आई कैन इमेजिन यार. आई मीन कोलंबिया से आया है, वो पोर्चुगल में खेलता था बीच के किनारे, अभी उसको कहाँ मर्सी के साइड में मतलब उसको
और
ठंड तो
आज
लगेगी.
इतना विंड था, फिर वो जब आया बारिश भी पड़ने लगी ब्रो. 10 मिनट के लिए बारिश पड़ी. लुइस डियाज क्या सोच रहा होगा ब्रो.
वो सोच रहा होगा छोटी गंगा बोल के.
किधर आ गया मैं भाई.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, yeah, it was a fantastic performance. I think we have to wait and watch, but from what we saw, uh, he looks set for a very good spell in this team.
Let's hope so, bro.
Discuss Harvey Elliott's performance, please. Arey, Harvey Elliott, yeah, वो तो, I mean, so good. Uh, I mean, I think that that goal was really, symbolic in a lot of ways, and that really gave him, the boost, because Harvey Elliott has that injury when it happened. Uh, that looked like his season is definitely over. A lot of
Yeah,
people were talking about his career having issues, because it was such a bad injury, especially looking at how Salah reacted to that injury, if you guys remember,
yeah.
right? But I think that, it shows immense mental strength from an 18-year-old to make a comeback like that. That is number one. His performance, I think he was absolutely brilliant. He was on it, scored a goal from the midfield. He was making the I mean, we can talk the technical stuff about it. I think he was on it, like off the ball runs, hunger. He was asking for the ball. He was brilliant, and that goal was chef's kiss. I mean, he receives the ball, makes the turn, and then that finish was just brilliant. I think Harvey Elliott was fantastic today.
Do you think maybe Harvey Elliott will start against Leicester?
I don't think so. Personally, I think Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho will start against Leicester. I think that's the reason why Thiago didn't start today. That's my prediction. But of course, Klopp is known to
Change the routine.
surprise
Yeah,
everybody.
I agree. I agree. But yeah, Ubaid, I hope that is my opinion as well. What did you mention? Like, really delighted with Harvey Elliott's performance.
Yeah.
We have more
Let's
comments.
take a let's take few more questions. Egypt or Senegal? इसका आंसर यार हम लोग we have given. Manas is going for Senegal because I'll let Manas answer for himself.
Just Senegal because Mane last time final में हारा था बस, and I don't want him to lose back to back. As simple as that.
Yeah. I'm purely going for Egypt because Egypt is the underdog in this team in this competition, so
Yeah.
that's the reason. But it
हमने
doesn't matter.
हमने इसका वीडियो बनाया है. If Sahil, if you want to see, it's within a channel. इसके ऊपर एक वीडियो बनाया, you can check it out.
Mhm. All right, Manas.
Uh,
Now,
बोलना.
what did you think of Simicas?
Why
I
is
think
Dhenuka saying I'm such a sadist? Sadist,
sadist.
sadist, sadist.
Uh, I don't know. Did you talk about torturing somebody, giving
No,
someone
like
pain?
anyway. So you're asking about Simicas.
Simicas'
I
performance.
I really like just how intense he is. Like it's very rarely do you see such good two such good left backs in your team. Simicas' delivery is very underrated. I think
Mind blowing.
we should talk a lot more about it. And he gets stuck in like Robo, and he is someone who is, his Instagram posts as well, the reaction you make when Thiago is back in full, like he he loves the tag of Greek Scouser as well. I think so.
Yeah.
I think Simicas is someone who is really loving his life, and he knows he's second choice, second fiddle to Robo. But I think there will come a spell or time where he gets a few more games. I think FA Cup he's going to start all the games. I think that's for sure. Maybe the League Cup final, maybe not. But I think Simicas certainly has a huge role to play for the rest of the season in our squad.
I think even Premier League or Champions League, given if we qualify against Inter, we can get into a very very busy schedule.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
true.
think at that time, maybe we need to play Simicas. What is good to see is that it is not like out of having no options.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a really good player. So,
Yeah.
if Simicast is starting, you are not feeling nervous that, oh my God, what is happening?
100%, 100%. The quality in delivery is still great. The intensity of driving forward is the shape, the style of play doesn't change when Simicas plays. So that's a great thing for us. Mane, the crucial Jan and Feb were fearing about. See, I think Rahul, like the few games before they went for AFCON was tougher for us. Like I think we dropped points against
Spurs,
Chelsea,
Chelsea,
Spurs, Leicester when
Leicester.
they were available. So without them, we have actually done very good. Not stating that we should let them go by any stretch of the imagination, but against Spurs, against Chelsea, against Leicester, those were the games where were rather frustrating because, to be honest, we should have got 9 points from those, considering how we played in them.
Actually, Manas, somebody was asking about the front three against Leicester. No, I think Firmino might be on the bench because he played a full 90 today. I think Firmino might start on the bench, and perhaps Jota, uh, Salah, and Mane may start against Leicester. You never know.
For all you know, Jurgen Klopp plays Origi.
हाँ हाँ और हैट्रिक मारा पॉसिबल विथ ओरिगी एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल वो जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि विद
First
गॉड
half,
ऑल
man.
हाँ वो बोलते हैं ना विद गॉड ऑल थिंग्स आर पॉसिबल तो वैसे विद द लॉर्ड एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल
और पीछे पीछे अजान बज रही है मेरे यहाँ पे. It's like destiny Origi to score a hat trick against Leicester. Oh
yeah
God.
yeah it is when do we play Leicester by the way
I think Wednesday or Thursday. I think Wednesday.
I think I don't know maybe Thursday night I think
Excuse me. But yeah, yeah, Rahul. I mean, very proud of the team of how we have coped. In all honesty, how we have coped in this busy schedule. It was supposed to be tough, but everyone stepped up. Minamino has stepped up. Jota certainly has stepped up. Chamberlain has stepped up. So really proud of our boys, man. How they have delivered, and now Elliott is back. Thiago is back. The boys from Africa will be back. So a lot to play
Thursday
for.
night
Thursday night या
Thursday
Wednesday night?
Thursday night
मतलब हमारे लिए क्या होगा?
Friday
Friday
morning
morning. ओहो. अच्छा. One of those शैतान की रात का मैच है हमारे
शैतान
लिए.
जिंदाबाद हाँ तो
हाँ.
अब दे जस्ट पुटिंग अस 1:30 बजे रात वाला अभी तो चैंपियंस लीग आल्सो स्टार्टिंग है व्हाट अबाउट राइट
हाँ.
बैकअप फॉर ट्रेंट um yeah I think Trent's backup is going to be like Manas said during the previous live I think it is Trent Milner Gomez I think that's the order
Yeah.
um, I think Gomez is basically Trent's backup if things go to things go bad. It is what it is. I think the move for Nico Williams came from Nico Williams. He wanted to move on because of him wanting to play more regularly, and we have to respect that.
Fair enough, यार.
I know it's too early to ask this, but there we go. Liverpool versus Inter predictions. Yeah, pehle let's play Leicester. Liverpool versus Inter is going. Manas, you watch a lot of Italian football. I think you should answer this.
It's not gonna be easy, man. People are comparing this to Milan because they were like Milan was top of the table in Italy when we played them. Mind you, that was very early in the season. And sure, Milan beat Inter yesterday, but Inter had so many chances. And Minio, the goalkeeper of Milan, was top class yesterday. तो इंटर की टीम देखो तुम हैंडानोविच बास्टोनी स्क्रिनियर डिव्राई डम्फ्रीज पेरिसिच ब्रोजोविच चलनोग्लू अभी बरेला नहीं रहेगा तो उसकी जगह कौन आएगा पता नहीं बट अप फ्रंट जेको लाउटोरो मार्टिनेज they have a quality side quality system uh, it's going to be a tough one
Are we
it's
playing
going to be
home
it's
first?
no we are
Are we
playing
playing?
away first that I was going to say that's a good thing for us because Anfield second leg, irrespective, is always we feel whatever happens in the first leg. Ask Barcelona fans, whatever happens in the first leg, we can make a difference in the second leg if it's at Anfield, and that's what's going to be. Uh, but I've seen both teams, and I think if supposedly Inter has a 7 on 10 performance, and if Liverpool has a 7 on 10 performance, Liverpool is
Hmm.
winning it away from home.
Okay.
And if it is 7 on 10 from both sides at Anfield, we'll crush them. This is what I feel.
Yeah. But playing against an Italian side, never easy.
Yeah.
But let's see. Manas,
Yeah.
क्या बोलता है? Let's wrap it up, or do you want to
Let's
talk
wrap
about
it
more?
up. Let's wrap it. If you want to take one more comment, I don't know how many more are there. Uh,
There are a lot more, but let's talk about.
let's wrap it up then. Let's wrap it up, bro.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much. We'll post a review as well. Either one of us will do it or somebody else will do it. We'll do our usual review. Don't worry, that will go on. But this is something that we just tried. So if you enjoyed it, please make sure that you hit the like button. If you're new here, if you've not subscribed to us, make sure that you do. It really helps us. At the end of the day, we are a Desi Liverpool channel. We are just trying to, build a little community of Liverpool fans. It's for everybody. So your support is greatly appreciated. But cheers, guys. We'll see you soon again.
Up the Reds. Bye bye.
Bye bye.